Hi, I'm Kath O'Regan, the Executive Director of Business Sydney. Business Sydney has been working with government and business for nearly 200 years. We've been shaping and leading policy. We've been driving outcomes for the city and for business. That means we've been driving jobs, economic growth, infrastructure and investment, as well as shaping precincts and productivity and supporting the arts and culture. We are passionate about Sydney and we're also passionate about business. We're here making Sydney a truly global city.
As one of the city's major cultural events, it makes sense for us to be absolutely part of this great organisation. And the advocacy and the networks that it provides is indispensable in terms of us delivering this cultural celebration each year. For us, I think one of the key outcomes in recent years has absolutely been the focus on the nighttime economy. We thrive in the nighttime economy as a global city. Sydney needs its nighttime economy, and we all know the pressures that have been around that in recent years. It feels like we're at a great point at this point where it's starting to re-emerge, and we're excited to be a major part of that, particularly obviously in January as the festival arrives. Big thing for us is to just keep Sydney going. We thrive on visitations into the city. We're here to make that happen in January. We're thrilled that the Business Sydney puts culture at the forefront of what makes Sydney a global city, and we're thrilled to play our part of that cultural offer in this great global city.
Transurban in 2002 was a one-asset company from Melbourne. We opened up our doors in 2002 here in Sydney and wanted to become part of the Sydney community, to be part of the dialogue with the business community, the local politicians and the community. It made enormous sense for us to join Business Sydney in those days, and we've been happy members ever since. We didn't necessarily join Business Sydney to generate outcomes for ourselves in specific areas. Our aspiration was to be part of the dialogue. This organisation brings together a broad spectrum of businesses and other elements of the community to have a conversation. Our aspiration was to make a contribution from our perspective, but just as importantly, to hear other folks' perspectives and take them into account when doing business for ourselves. Business Sydney's aspiration and WestConnex Transurban's are completely aligned in my view. We see a great future for Sydney, one that maximises its local potential. We have beautiful waterways, we have hills that look over those waterways, but we need to ensure that our business community is firing on all cylinders. The Business Sydney community brings together education, it brings together tourism, it brings together infrastructure, and it brings all of those perspectives to generate the best possible outcome for Sydney and its future. We hope to be part of that dialogue and ensure that Sydney maximises and realises its potential.
Through challenges and changes, we continue to advance Sydney as a global city. We are Business Sydney, the voice of business in Sydney.